Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. Justin, you are not the father of Alex on Days of Our Lives. I know, cheesy, but was revealed today. Even though that we probably already, even though that most of us knew, for like maybe a couple of days already, that Alex was not the son of Justin and is the son of Victor Kiriakis. Now, granted, I don't know the history of the show. I've only been watching it for about two something years. But I want to sit there and see how this is going to change the dynamic of everything like that. Now, as always, we sit there and talk about all the shows, GH, Days, YNR, and B&B. Um, Now, while I do my bells and whistles to make sure everything is working, let's do a little bit of roll call. Melly Mel is in the chat. Mahara Queen. Tamara's in the chat. How are you doing tonight? Everything is working. We can get this started. Yeah, I'm snipping. It's the thing is, some people don't know. Now Mel says I don't watch tomorrow's episode. Why? You don't or you did? I'm assuming you did watch it because you said it was good. So I'm assuming you did watch it. And honestly, try to, if I expect no less. At this point. Oh. If you're coming in and you're sitting there listening, make sure that you hit the like button just to, um, start this off right. It really does actually help the algorithm. It keeps me in the algorithm, which is actually really great. Help the algorithm. It keeps me in. I'm doing pretty well, Tamara. How are you doing today? Tonight. Tonight. See, this is what happens when I actually want to do two live streams in one day. Laura B is in the chat. What's good, Laura B? And of course, the lovely Queen is in the chat. How are you doing? I'm doing well. I hope you are as well. Like I said, we got 8 people so far in the chat. So make sure that when you're coming in, you hit the like button. This way, it can keep me in the algorithm, keep the channel going. Now, this week, I am going to sit there and put up some rules. And they're not going to be a lot of rules. It's just to make sure that the chat is fun for everyone. I didn't get a chance to do that today, but I will be doing it at some point this week. Last days in the chat. I called it. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You good like that. Anjanetta's in the chat. What's good, Anjanetta? You did, Mel. You totally did. Yeah. So sometime this week, I'm going to be sitting there dropping some rules for the chat. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to try to make a video. I'm going to make a post, and I'm going to put it in my about section. I figured that's what you meant, Mel. And LaShanta is in the chat. So yes. So we got that going on. We're gonna have that going on as well. Darby's in the chat. What's good, Darby? Something pretty much happened this weekend where it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong, just not to get it twisted. Just because I didn't put those rules up there, that doesn't mean that some people get to just act like it's the Wild West. Exactly. Like I said, Justin, you are not the father. Lasse says, days when it was revealed that Alex was Victor's son, I was shocked. I can't believe it. Hey, you watched Days of Our Lives also, right? Are you done? Freddie, I saw you and Deacon Elijah. Yes, I did. Yes, I saw you as well, Freddie. I was like, I know that name and that blue icon, that dark blue icon. Now, just on a side note, and I'm going to probably ask this question throughout the chat. How many people in here listen to or watch on YouTube Pier 54? Okay? How many people actually do that The amazing, gorgeous, sexy Queen Janet is in the chat. How are you doing? Yes, Freddie, I saw you Dion's I'm not gonna lie, I saw some people in there that I haven't seen in this live stream, and I was like, well, I get it because this live stream has been rowdy as F, and I've been doing my best to try to like calm it down. Now Janet says never heard of Pier 54. Damn. Damn. Lashatra says I can't believe Phyllis did that. Tucker can't be trusted. Well, Phyllis is an idiot, so I can't believe that you can't. I can't believe that you can't believe that Phyllis did that. So Janice never heard of them. Laura says no, I don't watch Pier 54. So if you don't watch them, okay, so you never heard of them either. Damn. Here's the thing: they've been on the platform for like 3 years, if not more. And and Janetta says no, I don't watch them either. Okay, so if you heard of them, right? Why don't you watch them? Why don't you watch them? If you heard of them, why don't you watch them? I'm very curious about that because here's the thing: they've been on the platform for 3 years, and I haven't really seen a lot of their videos make it past 20 views. I want to sit there and preface this. Spotty Quick, what's good, my friend? They've been on the platform for 3 years. The majority of their videos do not get past 20 views. Okay, 3 years on YouTube, and their view count doesn't go past 20. So I need to know, like, what is going on with that channel? Like, Debbie says Tucker is not supposed to. Exactly. So I know some people in the chat has not heard of them. Darby says I'm too busy. Well, I appreciate that, Darby. I appreciate that very greatly. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate having you in the chat. Yeah, just on a side note, I when I first started doing YouTube, I went to their channel and I was like, hey, I like some of the posts that they did, and I was like, I want to sit there and try to. I was like, I want to sit there and try to do a collab. No, not yet, Spider Quake. I want to give her some time. I want to give her some time, some space or whatever. When she's ready to talk, um, maybe she'll come in the chat. Maybe I'll talk to her. But I didn't want to sit there and message her like right after. Give her some time to cool off. But again, Spider Quick, I want to sit there and preface that I do apologize for what happened on Saturday. Okay, I want to preface that. I get on your case a lot of times, but you didn't deserve that. So I want to sit there and apologize to you for that happening to you, Spider Quick. Double C is in the chat. What's good? Yeah, no, I know. I just, it starts with the top. So, obviously, I don't want to watch too many, nothing personal against them. No, yeah. I don't understand how when I go on their page, they've been on for 3 years and this is some videos that they actually have stars on there and you don't get past 20 views. Like, what is going on in their channel that they don't make it past 20 views? And Rihanna's in the chat. Thank you, thank you. And Rihanna, how are you doing today? It is always a blessing to sit there and see you. Yeah, I'm not surprised now. Which is something I'm gonna bring up this week and part this week. Everybody says it's gonna be rough watching Justin tell Alex the truth. Yeah, that's coming up. Freddie says Albert saw your review on GH and I agree. Jake was so in a rush just to tell his mom that he and Charlotte were seeing each other like your mom. Exactly. I was like, bro, this couldn't have waited until to a couple hours later on. What was he afraid of? Him being grounded? Like seriously, what was he afraid of? Him being grounded at this point? Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, Yes, I did. Yes, I did, Ariana. Got that on Sunday. I was very happy because I knew if I didn't get it yesterday, it was just going to be hell to get it this week. Right quick says, I heard the old Christina might come back. It won't. Okay, let's just be well. One, that'll be awesome. It won't save the storyline, but that'll be awesome. Last day said, Jake's your ground for having a girlfriend. Exactly, you're grounded for having a girlfriend. Exactly, ground his ass. He gets no PlayStation or Xbox or whatever people are playing at this point. Darby says, tell Justin to get a DNA test with Alex to make sure it's the truth. Yes, very, very true. Darby says it looks like he was going to give important information. It was, I thought so too. I was going to sit there and say, were you going to sit there and tell your moms that Charlotte's doing voodoo or something? Lashanta says, how many kids Victor got? That's, you have to tell me. I only been watching it for a little bit. Mel says, Albert, I was happy that loyalty and sweet. Yeah, well, I was happy that they didn't drag it out. I'll say that much. I was happy that they didn't drag it out. Yes. I'll probably ask that question again about the Pier 54 thing, but I don't know. I was just curious. I want to sit there and see what people are going to say. Like I said, I tried to do a collab with them when I first started, and they pretty much ignored me. They didn't even sit there and say yes, no, or anything like that. They just sat there and they saw my comment that I privately messaged them and just kept it moving. And their videos don't get past 20. And they've been on YouTube for 3 years. Freddie, mother. Freddie says Jake is a young adult now, not a little boy anymore. I don't see why he was such. I said the same thing. That's the reason that they're making a joke like the dude was going to get grounded because he lied about being with a girl instead of one of his guy friends. Obviously, he said just done watching Days. I'm still not convinced that Victor is Alex's father. Or you just got done watching? Okay. Yeah, it's well, to be fair, like I said, I haven't really watched the show. Um I mean, I just started watching it like 2 years ago. Well, one day I'm gonna have to sit there and factory reset this effing phone. Yeah. Ah, okay. All right. Thanks for the heads up, Mel. Let's see. Where are we with the likes? Okay, we got 11 likes. We got 22 people in the chat. So if you're enjoying the stream, make sure you do hit the like button. It really does actually help. Seriously does. Um, oh yeah, we're still talking about days. Um, okay, why the hell would Rex just have an open conversation, like out in the open with Philip, talking about how he's not, um, he's not the father of Sarah's baby. It's not like he's in a private room or anything like that. This dude is out in the open. Anybody could just walk by and overhear him. He's not even being discreet. He's just out in public, like, oh yeah, by the way, I have this really big secret that Sarah doesn't want me to, that Sarah doesn't want anyone to know. So let's talk about it out in the open in the town's public square because that makes sense. Like, are you serious? Like that really made no sense to me whatsoever. I really sat there and was like, why are y'all like what? I don't get that. I don't understand that. Yeah, I don't get that. And of course, Chloe just happened to be right there, hiding behind a the little flower thing, being kind of a weirdo in some ways. Um, but I'm glad she did the right thing. She told the truth. Oh, he's gonna be pissed. Yes, indeed. Last day, Freddie says Anna looks spooky and Charlotte's dream. Okay, see, this is something else I want to sit there and talk about that I didn't do in my review. Charlotte is 15 years old. Why is she that concerned about Anna taking up Valentine's time? Charlotte isn't 7 years old. For her to be sitting there burning down places and tormenting Anna because she feels that Anna's taking up too much of Papa's time, it's like, boo, you're 15, you're not 7. This literally makes no sense whatsoever. Barbie says if old Christina comes back, then the older sister will be younger looking than her. Well, yeah, I mean, it's okay. You're right. But let's be honest. I'm pretty sure that people could probably work past that. That does sound pretty effed up, but just for the sake of not actually having Kate Mansi on there, I think people will sit there and give it a pass. Yes, I'm glad that they didn't draw it out. They didn't draw it out. This is the thing that I like about Days. And I know people will sit there and say, well, Jade is a lot different. They run on a different time schedule and da 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 and da 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 da. And people will sit there and scold me on that. But Days just likes to get it done. And I respect that. Versace says Sloane's thirsty, but Chloe's not. Yeah, that's one way to put it. Well, you're nicer than me. Leslie says, "What's up with that letter Charlotte got?" Yeah, I think it might be instructions. How does she hide? Yeah, she really didn't hide. She just was hiding in plain sight like a weirdo. Bobby says it looked like Charlotte was brainwashed and activated. A lot of people are saying that. I mean, it'd be interesting if that's the case, but Mel says Albert this week on October 2nd that Nate gives ground rules. Allie confesses to Nick. Oh, wow. And the emergency person comes back. Yeah, well, I mean, that'd be cool. That'd be interesting to see. Whatever her name is, Haley Aaron. Be interesting to see her again. She hasn't really been doing too much of anything since Jonah Hospital. She might have been doing some small roles in like movies that no one ever really heard of. Last day says Days, unlike B&B, decides not to drag. Yes, that's very true. Ooh, did you get a chance to watch Days? I mean, did you get a chance to watch B&B today? Last day says I was just confused about the letter. Yeah, so did you get a chance to watch B&B today? Because that was something else. Hope in her ego. And Jackie P is in the chat. What's good, Jackie P? How are you doing today? Hope you had a great day. And Rihanna says, I thought your review of GH was. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I just, I couldn't deal with Carly. And here's the thing Carly wasn't even so much like, she wasn't over the top, which is great. But she was still out of pocket. Lashanta said, I didn't watch anything. You might be talking to somebody else. Darby says, man, both Kate's sons are complete waste of space. Seeing Rex and Philip conspired to keep Xander's daughter from him. They need. I'm. I don't know. I don't get me wrong. I don't like the idea of a father being kept away from the child. I'm just not a fan of that. But I understand it with Xander's concern, where Xander's concerned at. Freddie says, and another thing, Albert Charlotte is too old to keep. Yeah, when she was a little girl, it was cute. Yeah, no, and I agree with that. I agree 100%. Ariana says Carly was extra today. She was. I'm like, Sunny's not God. And and like I said in my review, when Carly was like, "Oh, you should have sat there and protected. You said you was going to protect Drew. Okay, well, he didn't protect Michael. He didn't protect Spencer. What the hell made you thought he was going to sit there and protect Drew? On top of that, Drew agreed. He's a grown adult. He understood the risk. And the thing is, I like Carly, but you know me, no one gets spared the rod. Lashanta says Sarah's a jerk, but Sarah's wrong. Yeah, I'm not. Well, here's the thing. She knows how Xander has been. See, this is the reason why I can't sit there and fault Sarah, because she knows how Xander is. When Xander gets desperate, he does some really stupid and reckless stuff. He gives no f's about who is going to sit there and hurt. So I can understand her not wanting Xander to be around, the child. That's not to say that Xander was gonna put it together. Lastly, says I tried to Albert, but listening to Hulk is just so. I figured that. I figured that. But yeah, no, she needs her ego fat. She needs her ego fat. Dead serious. She was like, "Tell me that you love me again, even though I don't love you. But I need you to tell me that you love me." What the? Big Nate is in the chat. What's good, Nate? Ariana said Drew is on Drew. The fallout will come later. Yeah, but even I couldn't understand that. Hope was like, "Tell me that you love me. Tell me that I'm the only one, even though I don't feel the same way about you. But I want you to sit there and feed my giant, massive ego." Doggy says none of those guys are perfect out there, and with Philip look track record, he's just the last person to judge. That's true. I'll give you that. Freddie says Carly was extra. At least she wasn't yelling at Sonny. Yeah, and that's the thing, Freddie. She wasn't, which is fine. But I felt like it was kind of needed. Like it was kind of needed. Like it was needed because it was like the old Carly would have did that. The old Carly would have flew off the handle, and we would have all sat there and checked her. We would have all sat there and checked her. But Ariana says Holt has always had a big head. Yeah, I was seeing it for the first time. I was like, yo, this chick literally just sat there like, feed me compliments. Tell me that I'm the only one. Tell me that you love me, even though I don't really exactly feel the same way about you yet. But I need you to tell me that you love me. Like, what the? Jackie B says, I agree about Sonny not being able to protect anyone in prison. It's not like he has guys on the inside. If he had, he wouldn't need Drew or that. And that's very true. Mel says Aubrey Maggie did the right thing from her heart by saying not to. I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I understand that she doesn't think it's right, but that's the thing. She's also a fan of Xander too, so like I don't know. I feel like there's a part of her where it's like her vision is kind of skewed. I guess Lashanta says, "Remember, Alex didn't want Sonny to know he was Chrissy's dad." Yeah, and that was. Oh, you actually have a good point. You have a good point. You have a good point, Lashanta. Very good point. That's very true, Spike. Like I can't even argue with that. Um, Victoria has the right to know. I mean, he does. I'm not going to sit there and say he doesn't, but I understand Sarah's reason is also. Last day says, you're supposed to love me, Thomas, but I'm not supposed to love you. Really hope, but I'm assuming he's going along with it because he basically just hopes puppy at this point. Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Last time. Freddie says maybe Victor brainwashed Charlotte and possibly gave her those weird tarot cards. Yeah, I've listened to this saying that. I mean, granted, if that is, I don't know. Part of me is just kind of looking at that. Like, I feel like it would be kind of a cop out if they just made her be brainwashed, as opposed to her just doing it because she's jealous of what you call it, of Anna, which she really shouldn't be because she's like 15 years old. So that's kind of weird. Yep, that's very true. Yeah, I don't know about all that. But that's Mel. Mel, that's your thing. So I'm gonna let you rock. What's good, Makai? What's good, Ronnie Ron? You know how I feel about those two. You already know how I feel about those two. But that's me. That is me. And Makai is in the chat. And Ronnie Ron. Ron, I actually said the same thing. I said the same thing before you came in. It would have been more here early. You would have heard it. Which she is 100% right about that. Thank you, Darby. Thank you. Yes, hit that like button. We got 35 people in the chat. Um, I have no idea how many likes we have. Okay, we got 14 people that's liking it, so that's the start. 14 to 35 is kind of an uneven ratio, but if you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It really does actually help. Like, it really does. It actually helps me with the algorithm. Also, for the people that have been sharing my videos, I appreciate that. Thank you. Keep sharing the videos because that also does get new people into the chat. It really does. There's going to be a day we're gonna have like 100 something people in the chat. After I finish kind of flushing out some of the people that have been acting like a fool, fools. But we're gonna get to a point we're gonna get 100 something people in this chat. So that does start off with hitting the like button. It does also start off with sharing the videos. And if you're not a member, become a member. I love seeing my returning members that always come to the live stream, and I would love to sit there and see some new people as well. I see no one wants to work alongside. Of course not. But I love my girl Vivian. The goddess Jess is in the chat. Jess says who? Who what? Who what? That's very true, LaShanta. Finally, the damn strike is over. I'm gonna be honest. I got so sick and tired of just even hearing about the strikes and the actor strikes and the billet and the writer strike. I got so done. I was so over it at that point. Um, of course not, but I'm not gonna lie, Mikhail. That was actually my favorite part of the episode. They says as for days, I think we're going to get another twist down the road that Alex is not Victor's son. Yes, and it's funny, Nate. Either you might have said something about that, or somebody else might have said something about that. Um, I do remember that though. They said the strike is not over yet, so we're not out of the woods yet. Oh, somebody said that the strike is over. Yeah, Lashanta said the strike is over. Well, Freddie says I guess the regular writers are coming back to GH. Yeah, somebody also said that the strike is over. Um, the strike, I think the strike is over, but it's going to take a long time for things to start to pick up again. I don't know. I don't know where you heard that the strike is not over, Nate, because every other person seems to talk about the strike being over. And yep, that's very true. Oh, Smile 2 is coming out October 24th. I actually like the first one. Monique says, "Don't feel bad for Phyllis at all. She still put herself in." Oh, yeah, of course. I never feel bad for I never feel bad for Phyllis. Phyllis is her own worst enemy. Ronnie Ron says Phoenix said that the boat is still rest her peace. Lee already told Finn. Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know about the rinse and repeat. I guess in some way, there's times it could be rinse and repeat from his stupid marriage. They said they have a tenuous deal that needs to be voted on, and then we need to focus on the actor strike that's still going on. Okay. Well, okay. I would sit there and say for the most part, Nate, the writer strike is most likely over. Um, the actor strike is an entirely different thing. Exactly. I was gonna sit there and say that's when they was saying I was like, wait, what? But I feel like it's mostly over. Actors, at this point, I'm so sick and tired of just even hearing about it. You know, Monique says everyone telling Finn to get rid of Sheila, but haven't given any solutions. That's exactly what, and that's why I got to a point. I just started to tune some of the stuff out. Lee was just going over it, just going on and on and on and on and on. And I saw the previews. Even Taylor's going to be on that BS. I say such a strikers. Okay, just said who knew Jake Card? Who knew Jake's card? Who knew Jake cared about that side of his family? And he came all the way to the hospital for BS. Yeah, he came to the hospital. So he came to the hospital to sit there and try to get ahead of a lie that he told Liz, and felt the need to sit there and bother her while she was at work. Like, oh, yeah, no, I was reading it kind of fast. I was reading kind of fast, Jazz. Um, the guy says, "Why do I want Phyllis to be redeemed and back with Jack?" Yeah, bro, not coward. He doesn't really talk about, yeah, he doesn't, but to be, again, Jess, he doesn't even really talk about Drew too much. But to be fair, we don't even really get to see Jake, so there's that. Um, yeah, somebody else said the same thing, Ron. So I guess you and that other person that, you know, that talks about, well, Phoenix. Oh, you know what? For the new people that, for the new people that came in, Ron says if Lee tries to get rid of Sheila and he does in the hospital. Yeah, I I don't know about that, Ryan. Joshua's in the chat. Was good, Joshua. Just I thought he was going to say something important about Charlotte, like nobody cares if you were. I said the exact same thing. Just that he act like he's not related to the Quartermains. Last I said I was completely confused about Jake's son love. Drew, Uncle Drew, is he going to be okay or not? When has that ever been a thing? When has that ever been a thing? Well, yes, and I agree with that. But then I also sat there and said, how often do we get to sit there and see any scenes with Jake? Reggie says no shade to the actor who plays Molly. I think she's a great actress, but she just looks too older in this role. And Sam's supposed to be the same. Yeah, no, I mean it's definitely just out of pocket and really backwards. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that, Joshua. Black Man is in the chat. De Havilland says if someone tries to murder Sheila, it's going to be Lee. Yeah, just exactly. Yeah, you and Last Day on the same boat with that. All right. I asked this question before, so I'll sit there and ask it again. How many people in this chat, how many people in here have ever watched Pier, Pier 54 on YouTube? Let me know if anybody in here have actually ever watched Pier 54 on YouTube. I'm very curious about that. Mo says I got good news. Another Halloween reboot with Michael Myers. Another Halloween reboot. Damn. What do you have, like 3 or 4? Joshua says, no, I haven't. Okay, so you haven't heard of Pier 54. Okay. Yeah, I was asking some people in the chat, and some people said they haven't heard of them. Lashanta says, no. You mean like, no, you don't watch them, or no, you never heard of them? Which one is it? You haven't heard of them, or you just don't watch them? Yeah, Ron, I'm getting to a point. I'm just starting to tune them out because they're not making any sense. Um, yeah, I'm very curious about who actually on YouTube who watches Pier 54. Very curious about that. As I was just saying to the people that came in here earlier, when I first started doing YouTube, when I first started doing YouTube, um, I wanted to do a collab with them. I was like, hey, I really like some of your posts that you're doing on Instagram. I definitely love to be on the show sometime. Jackie B says, no, I haven't heard of them. I was like, I like to be on the show sometime or whatever if you have me. And well, they looked at my comment and did not bother to reply. Yeah. And I went on their channel today. I went on their channel today. They've been on YouTube for 3 years, and the majority of their videos do not get more than 20 views. So I don't understand that. Christopher, how are you doing? We got a new person up in the chat. We got a new person up in the chat. Is that Christopher? I don't. I'm not pronouncing your name right. At least, yeah. And I like I said, I give her points for that. Whoever says was good about Pier 54. I don't know. A lot of people don't. That's what I was sitting there wondering. But yes, thank you for joining tonight. Cherry Ice Cream is in the chat. Was good. Yeah, Ron. I was like, could they just get to the point at this point? Just Carly acting like Drew's gonna die. Like, relax. He wasn't even beat that bad. Yeah, I had some choice words to sit there and say about her. But honestly, tell you the truth, my whole thing is, just I said that I was gonna say a lot about Carly, but she didn't go over the top. She was annoying, but she didn't go over the top. So Chris Fur. I'm not actually pronouncing your name right, Christopher. But yes, let's welcome Christopher in the chat. Sonny was hurt by Portia. I didn't. His name, Spike. I didn't even understand why he was actually going towards Portia. What was the point of that? What was that going to do? I mean, my girl ran away from him like he had cooties or something like that. Like she took Curtis and she took him in that wheelchair and was just like, all right, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. Um, But yeah, I didn't even understand why. Okay, good, good, good. I'm glad to hear that because I'm gonna be honest, I'm actually pretty bad with names, so I'm very happy that I got your name right the first time. So yes, let's everyone welcome Christopher in the chat. I don't know how heartbreaking that is, but okay, man. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're actually right. Any particular reason why, Spiderquake? Any particular reason why you're not looking forward to school tomorrow? Yeah, you're right, Mel. It's just like that. Have a good night, M Pop. Thank you for joining. Now, Jackie said Drew never regained conscious. Definitely not a good sign. And Rufal Bird. It's nothing good if you're not good before. The only thing I know about people is I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Um, or Monica. Dave is in the chat. How are you doing? I'm actually a lot better now. And Lisa, Justin will get his son back when they find out Xander is Victor's son. Hmm. Well, thank you, Lisa. Thank you for coming through tonight. We actually got some new people up in the chat. We got Lisa. I think you've been here before. You got Christopher, and you got cherry ice cream, which I haven't had ice cream in a hot minute. Now, Lashanta said Curtis needs to put Portia in her place. Well, what if she actually did that was out of pocket today, though? Well, also, the last person that really effed up in the relationship was Curtis when he kissed Portia. Notice he said Drew simping for Carly is exhausting. Oh, there's nothing wrong with a good old little simping. Lashanta says Portia's a nag. He's gonna get tired of her. Yes, yes, definitely welcome Lisa. Toby says in a lot of ways Curtis is like Drew and he will run towards danger and Portia knows he can't keep Curtis from doing what he thinks is right. Just so you didn't see Portia turn away as Sonny was approaching them. Yeah, I saw it, but I was wondering why did Sonny even you would know. I don't get it. Um I didn't understand why was Sonny going towards them in the first place. Like what was I supposed to do? I don't get that. Jackie P says I hope Carly accused Ava of going to SEC. Maybe Ava will let oh that'd be interesting. Feel like I'm gonna regret reading this. Wish that, but both Portia and Nina work my damn nerves and Charlotte as well. Yeah, that actually makes sense. That actually makes sense. I mean, I get that. Um, I get he wants to talk to Curtis, but it's like he saw the family there and Portia there. It's like there was a certain level of common sense that was definitely lacking in Sonny today when he did that. And you know what? Ooh. Just said Charlotte is way too grown to be thinking someone's gonna steal her. I said the same thing. I was like, listen, if she was 7, I would have been like, all right, fine. But this chick is fit. This chick is 15 years old. This does not make any damn sense. Like, it's just weird at this point. It's not to say she was always out of pocket. Exactly, but it's just weird. Bobby says, I was under the impression that Sonny was going towards Curtis to see how he was doing and saw Portia and was having none of it. I mean, I got that part. He saw, but the thing is, he saw Portia with Curtis. So, like, why would you still walk up in that situation? That's the part where it's just like, but Quick says, Albert does. Charlotte lost all her parent figures. I get that, but like, it's the chick is 15. It is we can't excuse that, okay? If she was like 7 or 8, fine, but this chick is 15. Let's be very clear. Buying a new house is not going to fix what's going on with Charlotte. Just as like I guess she doesn't have a stable home, but acting out like that is odd. It is. It's yeah. Ariana says, can't no more Portia. I don't blame you. Just says he can't walk up and say hi. What's the issue? Seriously? It was gunshots. And either they were going at Portia, I mean, either they were going at Anna or they were going at Sunny. Either way, Curtis got hit with a ricochet bullet. Like, seriously? With Portia being there, you actually said, okay, what's the issue? You wanna elaborate on that? Because I'm sober tonight, and reading that comment is making me question my decision. I mean, you saw how Anna tore into. You saw how Portia tore into Anna. That's not to say courage to grown man. He doesn't need her to intervene. Just say, okay, he can't go and say hi. No, no. He is. Listen, he is partly the reason. He might be partly the reason why Curtis is actually in the wheelchair in the first place. No, no. Just that Anna came over after the fact. Yes, okay, that's a little bit different, but Sunny, no. Jackie B says she will get to live with Valentina. Yeah, that's a new house. A new house just fixed all your problems. Maxie's kids are gonna sit there and act right because Maxie got a new house. Charlotte is going to sit there and stop burning people's houses and torturing people because she gets to live with her dad. Jackie says, "How is that different?" Uh, um, Quick says, Albert, everyone on GS getting new houses for these kids to fix their houses. Exactly, because apparently that just works. Now, Jess says, how is that different? Lashanta said, Albert Curtis is a grown man. No, I agree with that. I get that part. Okay, okay, Jess, here's the thing. We're not going to sit there and go with the Anna, and we're literally sitting there talking about, because I feel like at this point, let's just get what Sunny going over to Curtis and Portia's there just to say hi is a no-no. It's a no-no. Okay. It, I don't understand how. You know what? Just I'm gonna sit there and think. I'm gonna sit there and say that you're just probably joking when you're giving that answer. I'm just gonna assume that you're joking when you're giving that answer because if they were coming after Sonny and Curtis got hit because of that, and you're asking me why is there a problem with Sonny just going over there to say hi? Last time that Sonny was in a vicinity near Curtis, well, I thought that makes no sense. Just are you? You're joking, right? Process of it, why don't Sheila just come clean, defend that she and um because Hope is gonna have a problem with it. Because Hope is gonna have a problem with it. Double C's are laughing. Valentine said Anna will live with her. Charlotte will lose it. Now Jess says, where's the evidence that it's Sonny's fault? There's no evidence. There's no evidence. But the thing is, there's a possibility. Here's the thing. It's a just it's a possibility. It's not something saying there's any evidence, there's a possibility. Okay? So even Fly Quick says Albert has me lost. I've okay. I don't understand how that's happening, but I'm pretty sure I made it clear. Dr. B says Sonny has been exposed to Portia attitude. Yes, Sonny is also used to doing what he wants. I just going over there with the possibility that the gunman was going after Sonny and Curtis just happens to be there. Ron says, well, if Hope does have a problem with it, then she needs to get over it. That's yeah, that's not what that's Deacon feels that Hope is gonna have a problem with it. So I don't think that she's just gonna just get over it. Um just as so he should cut off all contact with Curtis and avoid him at every yes. He sees him because there's a small chance it's his fault. Yes. You just said it, Jess. You just said it. You literally just said it. That's the answer. The answer just says where's the logic? The logic is in what you just said. It's okay. Blackwork says yes. Well, read Jess's comment. Read Jess's first comment. That's why. WC says I heard they're going to age up two of the kids in days in 2 weeks. So that's I'm not surprised by that. They did it in GH, so I'm not surprised in that. Freddie says it's not like nobody's putting a gun to Sonny's head and saying he can't say hi to Curtis and Portia, but Portia has a right to feel feelings, though, just saying. Yeah, exactly. And it's like Curtis and Sonny are friends. Okay, but Portia has a problem with Portia has a problem with it. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. No, no, that makes sense. Darby said there's no logic in the tragedy. No, you know what? No, screw this. Because just literally just said this right there. And just said he can't say hi or have a relationship with him because it might be his fault. Yes. That's here's the thing. That's how Portia's looking at it. That's how Portia's looking at it. So it would make sense that Portia would be like, why are you walking over here for? The last time you walked near my husband, there was a good chance that my husband got shot because of him. And you just said it. Just said it. What? So he should cut off all contact with Curtis and avoid him every time he sees him because there's a small chance it's his fault. Yes. You just said it. You just said it, Jess. Brian says, Albert, as much as I want Sheila to have a baby, if she does get pregnant with triplets, how Finn gonna take the news? I think you would be surprised. I think it would be a medical miracle. I think it'd be a medical miracle. Spike Quick says Albert Porsche has a problem with Spencer, so Sonny can't talk to Curtis, then Spencer shouldn't talk to Trina. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a leap, but okay. Freddie says maybe Sonny just wants to see how Curtis is doing since the shooting. And I get that. And if Curtis was by himself, then fine. But Curtis is with Portia. And Lakeisha is in the chat. What's good, Lakeisha? Just I wasn't agreeing with you, but I yes, you should have been agreeing with me. That was me being sarcastic at that point. You said it. Just that you said like you won something. Just I already won. I already won. You just I already won. Just that's the point. That's the point. Just I don't understand how you're not saying that, but okay. All right, Jesse. Jess. PPM. PPM. Every, mm, 30 says every time everything is Sunny's for as stupid as that sounds in Portia's mind. Quite quick, so that was sounds like you're saying since Portia doesn't like someone, they can't talk to one of her relatives. I'm saying that if you are okay, PPM. I'm usually on the upper side, but not today. I mean, I agree with that, but I mean, I get that, but no, Jess, it's just PPM. No, it's quite quick. I'm not drinking, but I feel like I kind of should at this point. Mel says I feel like when Susan comes back to Salem, that where her second power is Sloan. You know, it's funny too because somebody else said that. I forgot which channel, but somebody else said that though too. Zach said, "What did what did Cut tell? What did Curtis tell Anna about how he had a dangerous job and he could have been? My thing is Curtis's. My thing is Curtis got shot, not Portia. I get that, but okay, Monique, it was really good to see you. Hope you get to sit there and hang out until the battery. Well, I don't think you want your battery just to run out, but it's not just his Portia blames Spencer for his family too. Yeah, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm not saying that Portia is making rational sense, okay? This is Portia we're talking about. But I'm saying if you know that there might be a possibility that somebody came after you and somebody else got shot because of it, why the hell are you walking up to them and their family in the first place? And VGG is in the chat to still along with Alex and Victor. Son is nonsense. Lakeisha said just got finished cooking string bees, and that sounds like a lot of healthy food. Why quick exactly? So why does Spencer be allowed to? Well, here's the thing. According to Portia, I'm not meant to saying this allowed. I don't. Yeah, no. VGG's been in the chat before. I just haven't seen. I just haven't seen them in a while. Yeah, but that's the thing. Though, quite quick. It's not an either order. It's not an either or. Okay, I'm gonna sit there and say this one more time because I don't understand how are we not getting this. I wish I was actually drinking tonight. I'm not saying that Portia makes sense. I'm saying that if Portia is already on high alert, she's already on high alert. She sees somebody who could have possibly, because of them just being in um her husband's orbit got shot. And now that person is walking straight up to them just to sit there and say, "Hey, buddy, how you doing? How you doing in the wheelchair?" Like, come on, use a little bit of common sense and a little bit of decorum. You know, I don't understand that. Freddie says, "Sonny, don't be around Porsche like that." Like we said, Porsche needs a name to blame for Curtis' problems, and unfortunately, this time it's Sonny to blame. Jesus Christ, thank you, Darby, because I swear I feel like I'm. Look, he says, "Sonny, you make perfect sense, not remotely confusing." I didn't think it was confusing. And I'm sober and I didn't think it was confusing, but apparently um it's somehow lost in the chat for some odd reason with some people. Just says how Sunny is supposed to know that she's on high alert. Well, thank you, Larby. Just and now Albert and Portia just don't make sense. Are you sick? Just I'm a Just I'm gonna ask you something. Are you joking? Or are you effing with me right now? I was kind of joking, but now I'm just being like, are you joking? Are you being serious? And I wasn't even planning on drinking tonight. Let's try this again. Maybe she's drinking and I need to catch up. Maybe that's what it is. Yes, that's what it is. Silly me. Spike Quick says, Albert, I don't know about Jess, but I'm dead serious. I'm so confused with what you're saying. I don't. Jack B said she turned his chair around so that he wouldn't see Sonny. She can't keep them apart forever, and Curtis will be mad if he finds out. I agree. Oh no, she definitely needs to tell the truth. I just Duan is in the chat. What's good, Duan? And DC is in the chat. What's good, DC? Autumn says, "Hey Albert, honestly, I'm so sick and tired of Portia. She needs to mind her freaking business. I mean, my God, I'm sick of her blaming Spencer. Like Spencer can't help the family." And I agree with that. And what's good, Autumn? What's good? What is good, Autumn? It is so good to have you in the chat. Okay. All right, Jess. Let's try this again. In spite of Quake, because clearly I need to catch up. I don't understand. I just says I need a logical person to explain to me. Well, Jess, I've been sitting here trying to explain it to you for the last past 20 minutes, so I don't really understand what. Look, he said he's logically explained it 7 times. But here's the thing though, Lakeisha. See, I was doing it while I was sober, right? That apparently was my mistake. And yes, it is actually very good to see Lakeisha said, you're not making sense. Okay, we're gonna sit there and say this again. You know what? Let me take my drink first. Then I'm gonna say this again. Okay, let's see what Freddie says. If I'm missing people in the chat, I do apologize. Freddie says, by the way, it's a public place, it's not a crime just to walk up and say hi. I would well, I'm not saying that it is. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you know that you could have been responsible for somebody else being in a wheelchair, why would you walk up to them when they're with their family, when they're with their wife, and be like, hey, I want to sit there and see how you're doing? Knowing, no, Spotty Quake, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying use common sense. Don't walk up to the man with his wife to ask him how he's doing, because the last time you was in the vicinity with him, there's a possibility that he got shot because you just happened to be at the Metro Court, right? Just said that makes no sense. I'm really laughing. Just I'm gonna laugh after this live stream is over, but it's gonna be for a completely different reason because I just do not understand. I can't. just I can't. I wish I knew another language I could sit there and say something because he said he's saying he sees why Portia's reacting that way, whether you agree with her or not. Portia sees Sunny as the reason why her husband almost died and might not walk again. Thank you, Jesus Christ. You know what? Let's just sit there and just say this again because clearly, okay, Lakeisha said he's saying he sees why Portia's reacting that way. Whether you agree with her or not, Portia sees Sunny as the reason why her husband almost died and might not walk again. Does that make sense? Joshua says I want to tell you that I did my live stream this past Saturday. It went pretty well. I won't be doing another YNR review until October. Why you got wrestlers coming up or something? Or Spencer family is causing trouble for portion of their family, including say, well, okay, see, DC understands it. DC understands it. Darby says Sonny probably thought he'd be well received by Curtis family. Big mistake if you think the family of Curtis might not welcome Sonny with open arms. Yeah, I don't really understand. Now, Lakeisha said Portia's emotions don't have to be logical, but it makes sense. Lisa said, do you think that Xander is right guy to be the head of? Nope, I don't. They don't. No, just I would sit there and go with Justin. I would sit there and go with Justin. Spikequake says that makes zero sense. Um, For some odd reason, Jess is still not getting it. Um, I, I, I don't really. Okay, all right. Well, that's But no, Lisa, I was sit there and say Justin because I'm not gonna give it. Xander is too much of a wild card. What the? Vacation is it all else having emotional intelligence, and he didn't get the cause of not knowing to back off for the time being. It happens. Ah, okay. I understand Portia blaming Sonny for doing what, but not Anna for doing what was right. Just so then, why did she apologize to Anna today? Then it's a small chance it's her fault. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't know why she did that. It is a little kind of out of pocket, but um, just I think at this point you know that I'm right, and it seems like you're kind of just grasping at straws, which is again, it's cute. That's fine, but thank you, Lakeisha. And she has no right to be mad at Anna or Sunny. It's a public place. Okay, it's by the way. Here's the thing. I'm gonna give you a bit of a pass because you are a younger age. So Spike, you get a pass. You're in high school. Um, Somebody else that starts with the name J. Well, I just yeah, I don't I don't know what to say to I don't know what to say to that. Oh yeah, it's happening this week. It is happening this week. Barbara says, "Can you please change the new to subject now?" I mean, I was been ready to move on from it. I wanted to kind of get into it because I was just like, I don't understand how. Yeah, but that's fine. Darby says maybe this is how Portia is working through all this. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. That's the thing. That's the thing about emotions. It doesn't have to make sense. DC says Portia call our characters were exactly who they are. Like Patrick Drake, he was the only character on Chase that called out Sonny and Jason for who they were, criminals. He says she has every right to be upset. LOL, her husband almost died. White Quake said, Albert, the Metro is a public place. Portia has no right to be angry. You're okay. See, the thing is, you talk about public places and um people shouldn't have to feel bad for reporting a crime. See, when you say that, is what I like to call PPM. But because you're young, I will give you a pass. Um, the whole public place thing is that's not even the point. Dewan says, like I said, Curtis was in bed with the mob. How down we know the shooter wasn't in this room? Lakeisha said also, just because something isn't logical to you doesn't mean it doesn't make sense. Yeah, Jackie B says, I understand what you're saying about Portia, but Sonny is not known for taking anyone in consideration before he does what he wants. Yeah, I'm not, but that's exactly what I'm saying. Lashanta said, you're not right because Portia is not in that chair. Just as what I'm saying was that she was blamed today for turning away from Sonny. You put down Josh for less than that. Um, no, but okay. Thank you. Yes, no, make sure you hit the like button. I have no idea where we are with the likes, but definitely hit the like button now. It really does actually help. I know that Xander is going to feel betrayed by Sarah, as he should. I wouldn't expect anyone not to. What the? LaShanta said, I don't understand the hyperforce on it being a public. Yeah, Lakeisha does. He's he's on the young side, so that's why I'm giving him a pass. DT said that's like saying that someone stole my wallet in the mall. I should. Exactly. That's why Craig says Albert drags Josh like no tomorrow. I do, but there's a difference. And the fact that just actually try to put those two on the same level, it's interesting. It's interesting. Freddie says, I get it. Portia has a right to feel how she feels about him, but Sonny doesn't know that he can't read her mind. Spencer knows because Portia doesn't approve of him dating her daughter, just saying. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to move on now. Now I'm going to move on. So yeah, what else happened in GH? Damn, I can't really think of anything else. I don't really think of anything else. Actually. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing about GH style. Lashanta says, "Where's this nonsense that Justin isn't Alex's father?" Yeah, it was. It was. Well, the thing is, because I only started watching like 2 years ago, so the stuff that's going on as far as like now, Justin isn't the father, is Victor. I mean, it's interesting, but DC says Xander should have been Victor's son, not Alex. That's weird stuff that Days is doing right now. Um, yeah, I don't even. Okay, all right. I'm just gonna let that go. Harvey says Portia has the right to be a B to someone who represents the reason why her husband almost died. Now, just said there's zero proof. I wouldn't sit there and say there's zero proof, but yeah. Prashanta said Portia's too much of a nag. Hmm, makes me wonder. Makes me wonder. Oh, and DC, you got a comment from Mel. Um, okay. Oh, DC, let me know if you're still in the chat. I gotta ask this question again for some odd reason. I gotta know if you're in the chat before I ask this question. Darby says Xander could be Victor's son, considering his name is Alexander Kyriakis Cook. Alexander. And and that's the thing, Darby. I think you said that yesterday. I think you said that yesterday, and I was like, wait, what? I didn't know that Xander's actual name is, well, Alex. You're 100% right, Darby. Jacoby says I like Nina and Valentine together. I'm gonna sit there and say this. I think that Charlotte needs therapy. I think that Charlotte needs therapy. I think that she is a little bit too old to be that attached to her dad. Having nightmares that his new girlfriend is taking up too much of her dad's time. I'm like, bro, you're 15 years old. Most people, most kids around that age want to sit there and try to be as far away from their parents as possible. And even if she does feel kind of slighted and kind of jaded, I mean, she's jaded to the point of like tormenting Anna. Like, really? Not to mention that her plan is, well, for lack of better words, ass backwards. Because the more that Charlotte torments Anna, the more Valentine is going to sit there and want to protect her and be with her. Which is why he asked her yesterday. I mean, why he's asking her tomorrow. How would you feel if Anna lives with us? DC, do you and I've been saying this all night, but do you actually watch Pier 54 on YouTube? Let me know if you watch Pier 54. I've been trying to sit there and see who actually watches it. And I feel like the people in the chat, they either know about it and they don't watch it, or they just don't know about it. Lashanta says, so Victor checked with Alex's mother. Apparently so. Barbie said, there doesn't need to be proof or logic when emotions are involved. Yeah, I've said that too, but apparently I'm talking in boomer language, so what do I know? Just as Valentine just needs to talk to Charlotte, I don't get why he's avoiding it. And I said to you, I said the same thing for a while, and today I just said F it. Because I'm just like, you know what? He's not going to sit there and confront his daughter. Just, I mean, granted, that could be the same thing said for Lucy and Martin. Instead of going all the way to Pine Valley to sit there and try to get some sort of information, like, why can't you just talk to him? Like, you live with him. Well, I don't know. Well, you're dating him, you're sleeping with him, but you don't trust him. Jackie B says she's a daddy's girl. Even grown women can have an attitude about their father. Not on that level. I mean, that's ridiculous. Come on, Jackie B. We can't be doing that. We can't be sitting there giving this girl a pass. She's too old to be acting that way. Like I said, she was like 7 or 8 or something. Okay, fine, but 15, nah. Wasata said, proof to be? Did Charlotte get proof to be the one going after Anna? I mean, it's not concrete, but I mean, she did go in her room. She did go in her room, and granted, my suspicions are definitely up on that. DC said, I listened to him once years ago when they discussed Port Charles. Listened to them once years ago. Yeah, I think I told. Well, I don't know if I told you. But when I first started doing YouTube, I wanted to do a collab with them, and I messaged them on Instagram. I was like, hey, listen, I really want to be on your show, whatever. I'm just starting out doing some YouTube, and I want to sit there and kind of work with y'all. And they didn't get back to me. They saw my message and they didn't get back to me. I was like, wow, okay. I don't know. I thought about that, and then I was sitting there looking at their views today, and they don't get more than 20 views on the majority of their videos. I've been on YouTube for 3 years, and they snubbed me. Yeah. Also, I can't wait for Susan to come back to Salem. I mean, she's an interesting character. She always keeps it interesting and light and fun. Freddie says the house is nice that Valentine brought for him and Charlotte, but it's going to take more than a house to fix. Yeah, it's going to take therapy. Just says maybe Jake is being controlled by the tarot cards. That's why he went to the hospital on some weird. Shanta says if Valentine knows she's doing this, why ask her to live with Anna? No, that's actually a really good question. Lashanta says Nina's consistently lying. Yeah, that's her MO. Darby says, and I'll pay 54 Albert Ephraim. No, I was curious. I was very curious about them. About people who actually, if they actually ever, watch them. It's just odd to me. That's all, Darby. It's just odd to me. But Lashanta brings up a very good point, though. True, true. Um, I think the woman named Belinda, she said something about that as far as her somehow finding out that Nicole's baby isn't really EJ's. Yep, my dude said F him. Like I said, I was very curious about that. Very curious. Very, very, very curious. DC says, Albert, were DC says, so Albert, were you asking who they were to throw shade on them? No, no, actually, no, no, I wasn't. Trust me, if I'm gonna throw shades on someone, I'm not even gonna be shady about it. I'm just gonna sit there and say some effed up stuff. Okay, I don't, I don't do shade. Okay, you know me, DC. I'm either gonna give you the Steve Harvey answer, or I'm gonna give you my answer. But I was just very curious, though. I didn't really understand how they could be on the platform like 3 years, 3 years, and only get their stuff up to like not even 20. I'm just like, what is going on? Like with Dion's coin. I feel like Dion is so underrated. I feel like also, by the way, you were on Dion's channel yesterday. Just sounds like shade. No, baby girl, trust me. I don't do shade. I don't do shade. It was more just out of curiosity. If I want to say something about someone, I'm just gonna say it directly. But I was just very curious. Um, Lakeisha, I'm refusing to believe Justin isn't Alex's father. Something ain't right about that. You know, it would be too easy. Yes, Duan, I am still Team Eric. I'm still Team Eric. Yeah, gotta support my, I gotta support my guy Santa Claus. And besides, honestly, tell you like I said, Ridge has been very arrogant, and the level of disrespect. I'm not feeling it. Freddie says First Valentine needs to have actual proof of Charlotte making Anna's life a living hell, because all we saw was footage of her going inside the suite, but not actually seeing her trash the place. I don't. Yeah, I get that, but I don't think a friendly conversation wouldn't. Um, I don't think a conversation would hurt. Lashanta says Sloan's pathetic. Yeah, that's about right. Lobby says so am I, if you mean BNB. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, BNB, yes. I support my guy Eric. Not gonna push him out like that. He said, "Oh, Nikisha, Queen Nikisha, just getting here, so I don't have context, but Pier 54 is more popular on Spotify. They give a catalog of celebrity interviews and G's deep dive along with their recaps." He said there are some people who only get soap content on Spotify. Okay. All right. Well, all right. That's interesting. Okay. Just okay. All right, I didn't think I was being shady, but apparently I am. So, even though I wasn't, but okay. All right, that's a good enough answer. Thank you, Nikisha. You missed some of the fun. I was pretty much kind of schooling Jess at this point, like usual. So missed that. Um, yes, yes, my dude Santa Claus. Yes. Plus, like I said, it's his passion. Okay, it's his way to express himself. And Ridge is not there just practically trying to throw him out like he threw out his stapler. Lionheart, hey Albert, I really did not like how Liz treated Jake today. She gave Carly the time of day to hear her BS, but Jake wanted to talk about her. She was in a hurry to get back to work. Um, okay. That's a lot to digest. Liz is working. She don't have time to be sniffing her hand about Jake and his new girlfriend, or the fact that he's trying not to get grounded. But okay. Like you said, Rich has always been like that, especially in the golden days of BNB. Yeah, I just it's just this is the first time I'm seeing it, especially with his own dad. You know, DCC says I was on here. Yeah, I was on his live for a hot minute. On who's live for a hot minute? Did I ask you something? Oh, Dion. Yeah, Dion. Yeah, yeah. I saw you last night. I should have. To be fair, honestly, tell you the truth, DC, I should have been asleep. I literally should have been asleep. Of course, I turned on my tablet and well, yeah, Dion's calling. Yeah, I saw you for a hot minute. I was like, oh, it's what you call it? I was cool. I was cool. Now, DC said technically Dion has 3K subs. How's that possible? Okay, but he has 3K subs. I only okay. Is this another channel? Because on his channel, I think it's 900. It's 900 something subs. So where are we getting the 30K subscribers from? Not math ain't adding up. Regardless, I do think that DEC says not 3K but 30 as in three. What? DC says he has another channel he originally started. All right, let me take a look at that. I wonder if it's still up. No, no, no. Piece of sh. Oh. Oh. Okay. Hmm. No, 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 no. You're right. No, that's amazing. I'm talking about on his channel now, which is crazy. Yeah. I'm kind of curious why he didn't actually continue with this channel instead of the other one. Like I don't get that. I'm pretty sure he has his reasons. My whole point is that he's very underrated though. Freddie says because if Valentine accused Charlotte without concrete proof, then that's going to ruin their relationship. I can see that. Yeah, but I mean, he probably has a point. I mean, he probably has a reason why, but um, I do remember him saying something about so crazy. Okay. Maybe that just have something to do with it. Because he uploaded a lot of clips from the show. You know what? I don't know. I think well, I don't understand what's the I don't really get the point of actually starting another channel. I don't get that. He has 30 something. Why start another channel for? I gotta ask him about that. I gotta ask him about that. I'm very curious. Like, why did he start another channel? He has 30K on one. Darby says maybe if you have a channel that has videos and lives, you can grow subscribers like that. I know he uploaded a lot of clips from the actual show, but he only stopped uploading on a channel a year ago. That's 30K views. Like I wouldn't want to sit there and start backwards unless the channel got deleted. Anyway, um, he's very underrated. I'll sit there and say. They gotta sit there and try to get another collab with him at some point. There's so many things I gotta sit there and do. But anyway, yeah. But yes, Duan, if you're still in the chat, yes, I'm still Team Eric. Um, I didn't, I didn't realize who Deacon was talking to today until he said that he was the judge. I didn't get that. Um, but to erase that footage, I feel like there's only part of a sentence, like I'm missing the rest of the context from whatever that is. But I do get what Freddie Smith is saying. Like, I can see it going both ways. I can see it maybe possibly ruin their relationship. But at the end of the day, I'm like, you are the father of this relationship. I think it wouldn't. I don't think it would sit there and hurt. I don't think it would be absolutely crazy not to sit there and confront your daughter and be like, hey, just let you know, I saw footage of you going in the room, and then her room was kind of trashed. So you want to talk about it? I don't think it'll be unfounded. Luana says, I'm officially Team Deacon. Deacon and Sheila. And Finn, Lee, okay. I don't, this, I don't understand how anyone was able to actually watch this episode with Finn and Lee because it was probably the most nauseating. Yeah, I don't think it would be unreasonable just sit there and talk and be like, yo, listen, before you start to get an attitude, you get defensive. I did see you go in her room. You want to talk about this. Prashanta says if he thinks she did it, he needs to get proof and is scared to ask Sonny for help while Olivia hasn't brought back. He thinks he needs to get proof. Well, I think the footage is a good start. I think the footage is a good start. It's not definite proof, but it's not it ain't looking good for her. Let's just be honest. It's too straightforward. That's what it comes down to. It's too straightforward. It's like what Jess said as far as why didn't Martin, why didn't Lucy just confront Marty about the shadiness that he was there having instead of going all the way down there to point to Pine Valley to practically get herself arrested when she could have saved her time, her money, and everything else, and just talked to Marty because it would have been too straightforward. But yeah, I don't know. Like all she kept saying was, "You need to sit there and convince her that you don't want to be in her life anymore." I'm like, how many times are you gonna sit there and have the same stupid, pointless conversation with him? You haven't given one solution of what you want her to actually do. Dave says, "Have a good night, Dave." Nikki said, "Did you talk about the writer's strike almost being over with yet?" We talked about it briefly. I had my opinions. They weren't nice. I'll put it that way. I thought the writer's strike was over. Um, Apparently it's not. At this point, I got nothing positive to say. So I'm just over it at this point. Freddie says since Valentine and Nina are keeping secrets from Anna and Sunny, I hope GH doesn't have a Nina and Valentine reunion, being romantically involved since they align to their boyfriends and girlfriends. Well, once Sunny kicks Nina to the curb, um, and Anna kicks Valentine to the curb, finally, then yeah, I can see them being together. Because why is she still being with this person and sleeping next to this person every night is just beyond me. By I mean beyond me, I mean like it's just stupid. Keisha, I wonder how the storyline will change once we get all writers back, if we do get the same writers back. You know, it's funny, Nikisha. Dion was just saying the same thing about that because he was liking the Scat Writers. Just as I'll be fine if Nina and Valentine gets together again. Yeah, I just need this whole damn thing to be over with. I gotta do. I'm exhausting just thinking about it. Duan says Sunny will never leave Nina. Well, yeah, as long as Maurice Bernard is in charge. Danny, what's good, Danny? Where's the YouTube channel at? I went to the link and then I didn't see your YouTube channel. Did you delete it or something? Lashanta says I believe she did, but Valentine covered for her as usual, Nina Tim. And see that's another problem with Charlotte. You know, the way that Valentine and Nina has been placating towards this little girl that's like now 15 years old and still needs to be treated with kid mittens. Bobby says if Sonny and Anna get together, Robert will lose his damn mind. And Jess says, who cares? Yeah, I actually agree with that. I actually agree with that. The way that Robert has been wasting Diane's time has just been um yeah, Darby, but let's be honest. Do we really care about Robert's feelings? Because I know I don't. I know I don't. Ariana says yes. Why is Anna looking sideways at Valentine knowing she doesn't trust him? I agree. That's backwards. Exactly, Darby. No one cares about Robert's feelings, which sounds actually pretty harsh, but I do need to sit there and pick a lane and stop. Tracy Steve's in the chat. What's good, Tracy? How you doing tonight? Dude is constantly hung up on his ex girlfriends. So Darby says it'll be fun watching Robert lose his ish. Then that's the part that I will care about. Lashanta says, you know exactly what Lee wants Finn to do out of the box. The only way to get rid of shit is to bill her. Yes, but to sit there and listen to that exhausting conversation and Finn not understanding and Lee not really making it clear. Cat ladies in the chat. What's good, cat lady? Ariana says no for Robert. He can go. That's right. He can kick rocks with no socks. Jonathan's in the chat. What's good, Jonathan? How are you doing today, Jonathan? Freddie says, actually, come to think of it, Valentine and Nina look better as a couple. Again, honestly, but Mike from Nixon Falls, aka Sonny and Nina being together. Well, that's the power of Maurice Bernard. Tracy says, when you're a certain age, no time, got no time for games. Yes, and I agree with that. I mean, to be fair, at almost any age, you shouldn't really be playing games with someone. Thank you, Darby. Yes, hit that like button. I have no idea where we are with the likes, but it really does actually help, and it puts me on the algorithm. Thank you. Thank you, Darby. So yes, definitely, definitely, definitely do that. So hit the like button. Ariana says, time to thin the herd over at GHO. It's been time to thin the herd. Just say, yeah, you at that age, huh? Oh, Jess. Jess. AKA Mrs. Jack Abbott. Um, Rashanta says that's why he gave Charlotte to Laura. He was a bad influence. Yeah, he's still pretty much kind of effed up. In a lot of ways, he kind of effed up by being like uh, there's so many reasons I can't even get into it right now. Johnson says, I heard on days they're going to hire Holly and Tate back as teenagers. Yeah, somebody actually said that in the chat as well. I think it was Mel. Then he says, Goku locked me out and have a Google locked me out and had a bad day yesterday. And say, oh wow, I'm sorry to hear that. Damn. Oof. Sorry to hear that, Danny. That's exactly what he was. That's exactly what he is. An absentee dad. Thank you. That's exactly what he is. I'm not looking at it. I came in to look for something and I can't remember what it is. Yeah, I am sorry to hear that though, Danny. Lashanta says if that's the case, why save her from the heart attack? None of that makes sense. And it's honestly tell you the truth, it's just kind of exhausting to hear. That's something else. It's just kind of exhausting to hear. Yes. Yeah, Jonathan was saying the same thing. And I was like, you came in here and you said that. Just as I really dislike Molly and her storyline. Yep. No, I don't want to sit there and say nobody don't like it, but there's a lot of people that do not like it. And of course, having it's not even so much having the different actors, but Kate Mansing is not Christina. I don't see that. Whatever this chick's name is, They definitely casted her wrong. The sad thing is that even if we did have like the original actors, the writing is still bad for it. So it can't even be saved on the merit of the actors. Johnson says maybe Holly will uncover the truth about Nicole's baby. He's going to be he's just gonna be pissed. Double C says I'm the one I'm the one also who said yes. Yes you did. Thank you, Double C. I'm sorry, I've been a little kind of tipsy. You're right. My bad for not giving you credit on that. And he says, yeah, Albert tried to call customer service. He never picked up. That's why my channel locked. Now very sad and not sure what's gonna do. All right, we got to talk more about this on Instagram. We got to talk about this. Just say yeah, Kate doesn't work for me either, but I can tolerate her more than Molly. Same. That's weird though. I mean, I'm not surprised, Danny, that it locked you out. I've never seen that before. Heather says, bad day for me as well. Oof. I am sorry to hear that. I'm happy that you're here. Asante says Charlotte's gonna be now when she grows up. Except for that she's rich. Lakeisha, I can't buy into the Sarkis storyline because we know the actress playing Christina came to GH to play the story. They are wasting our time with the temporary surrogate. And I agree with that. Yeah, no, I'm sorry to hear that, cat lady. Seriously, you deserve all the joy and the happiness in the world. Also, it was hinted today that if you caught it, that Brady and Teresa is going to California to see why his take got spell. So could bring Tate back to Salem because it says he is. Yeah, it's interesting. It'll be interesting. I hope that they do keep what you call it, Teresa on since like half of the damn cast is already leaving. Freddie says the only reason Robert looking into that direction because his Precious Holly Sutton left. Poor Charles Diane said, "I don't come second nobody except for yeah a second." Well, I have a theory on that. I have a theory on that. I mean, I applaud Diane because I'm like, boy, you can do better. First of all, Diane can do better. We can all agree to that. Nikisha, I roll my eyes at Brooklyn and Blaze talking about music when neither one of the just wanted for the storyline to crash and burn. Then he says, oh, let me take a drink. Then he says, yeah, Robert, and also tried to verify my account for some reason it won't take my number and also to send me the code, but it didn't work. That is so weird. So okay, so they just locked you out of your account. I gotta look into that. I've I gotta look into that. 'Cause I've never seen it just like I've seen your account get deleted or you delete your account. But you know what I think it is though, Danny? Because there was a couple of times you did delete your account. And then maybe YouTube feels like you're a bot at this point. which sucks, but yeah, Mel, I'm not looking forward towards that, and I will be roasting the show for that idiotic storyline. Double C says, I want to know Holly Order will be will confront Eric after he kills his father. Now Holly Order will be. The one says Blaze is pretty. Oh, she is. She definitely is. Duane says, okay. Diane Miller. No, Diane Miller. Diane is a 10. Diane is a 10. Nikki said, now we're going to have to endure Blaze singing at the. But, yes, no, she's a 10. Nikki said, Blaze is beautiful, but she can't sing. But she should be, but she should be singing. She shouldn't be singing, I'm assuming you mean. I mean, that's the same thing with Brooklyn. Brooklyn is pretty, but the actress can't sing. Dr. B says, hopefully the doctor isn't there with another needle. Yeah, okay, Duane. I broski. I shouldn't even actually highlight that, but okay, broski. Um, Duane, what? Okay, what is Blaze then? What number? What rating would you give Blaze? I figured that's what you meant, Nikisha. Besides to say, Cameron was the only singer Frisco back in the day, and Eddie Main. Have a good night, Laura B. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching me school Jess as usual. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. He put her down there with Maxie. I'm like, all right, bro. No, no, okay. Well, do I? No, okay. What's Blaze? What number? What rating would you give Blaze? Freddie says the second storyline with Molly and TJ is completely boring. Oh, and this Eddie Main storyline, I'm kind of sick of the storyline, especially. Okay. Well, I respect your opinion. I would not give her that high of a number, but I respect your opinion. Yeah, I respect your opinion. Is I was I give her maybe an 8. Give her an 8. Give her an 8. Oh, maybe even 8.5 or an adjustable 8. I would sit there and say, nah, screw it. I'll give her an 8.5. Mel says, I hope this baby's storyline with Eric being the father and Nicole baby is not just going to take. I would say that as well. I want them to. I, I don't think that they will. It is days. Lashanta said, do you remember Frisco? No, I don't. Nikisha, but then again, I wasn't around when Frisco was there. Nikisha, I still watch videos of the real Brooklyn singing. She was a great performer. Was this like during the early 2000s? Have a good night, Lisa. Freddie says, I'll say Diane is an 8 and Blaze is 9. Okay. I respect your opinion. Johnson says, one, the interesting storyline on GH right now is the Cody helping Sasha. It is. I agree. Darby says all this Dr. Montague business can be ended quickly by a phone call from Dante to Sonny, and I know Sonny needs someone to beat up That doctor, yes, I agree with that. Mhm. Dawn says you gave Maxie a 4. What would you give Felicia? Um, a 5. No, I would give Felicia a 5. I would give her, yeah, I would give her a 5. I would give her a 5. I cannot give her higher than a 5. Nope, couldn't do it. Mm, 6 or oh shit. No. Darby, no, she is not a 7. 7 is above average. She's not a 7. She's not a 4, but she's not a 7. Oh, kind of breaking the Richter scale with that one there. Freddie says better grab all the popcorn, whatever snacks you can, because seeing the GH promo this week, Sasha is. But you're right. You're right. You know, that's so weird though, Freddie, because I only saw it yesterday. I'm like, why did they drop their promo so late? He said there are clips of her singing, making Nicholas drool. Yeah, sit there and check it out. W says not a 5. You know what? No, I can't do it. I can't give her an adjust. I can't. I can't even give her an adjustable 5. Hmm. All right. You know what, Darby? No. Okay. I'll give her a 6. I give her a 6. I give her a 6. I give her a 6. Yeah, she gets a 6. And nothing higher. Hey, Darby. She gets a 6 and nothing higher. I don't know. I don't know where somebody was coming up with a 7. I mean, were y'all drinking? I mean, yeah, no, a 6, 6. Because I think you, no, yeah. Was it? It wasn't Freddie. Was it Duwan? I think Duwan said that she might have been a 7. I'm like, bro, what are you drinking? I agree, she's not a 5, but broski, the hell. Well, this is fun. Tracy says, Albert, she gets a 6. Exactly, she gets a 6 and nothing higher. Aaron says, Aberdeen was the chai. No, I don't think it's a bad show from what my friends was telling me, but I just don't have the time. I barely have it. I barely anything outside of GH. I can only watch one show. Oof. No, Darby. She's getting a she's getting a 5.5. Darby says I'll say a 6 or 7. Darby, are 6 or 7? 6 is average. 7 is above average. You wanna try that answer again? I'm gonna check it out, Nikisha. Dawn says I gave her a 3. Yeah, no, she's a 5.5. She's a 5.5. No, right now I'm watching the new Star Wars show, um, Ahsoka Tano. Between a 6 and a 7. Bro, are you? No, you're joking, right? Just let me know if you're joking. Are you being serious? Well, it says Diane Miller. Anyway, I gave her. No, I know what you gave her, and I respectfully agree to disagree. But you gave somebody else you either being generous or you were drunk or something. Where says somewhere between a 6 and a 7. So somewhere between average and above average. I think I'm just gonna stop talking about that because I feel like I'm gonna get canceled or in trouble or something. So I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm serious as a Darby. Are you drinking tonight? I think that's my next follow up question. I didn't say past the 7. Okay, say this again. 6 is average. 7 is above average. So you telling me that you think that Anna is above average? Ariana says yes. Yes, I actually really do like the show. I do. I still gotta watch on Clone Wars or the cartoon, but I like it so far. But that's the thing though, like only like after the soap operas and stuff like that, I only have time to watch like one other thing. Then like I have to sit there and really try to squeeze in a movie every now and then. Felicia said, and I thought we were talking about Felicia. Oh, no, Felicia's a 6. Anna Anna's a 5.5. Anna's a 5.5. Felicia is not a 7, bro. She's not a 7. Between a 6 and a 7. Okay. No, no. She's a 6. There's listen. There's no margin for her. She is a 6, and that's where we're staying at. Kelly says, "Okay, wait, yeah, Anna's above average. She's an 8. Whoa, 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 whoa. Have a good night, DC." Debbie says, "What? Wait, are you smoking crack?" Just said Felicia is a 6. She's average. Yeah, she's average. And Kelly says that Anna is an 8. Oh, for you, okay. She's an 8 for me. Cat lady, I love you, but did you just did I was trying to read this and actually try to make sense out of this. Cat lady says, "Oh wait, yeah, Anna is above average. She's an 8. Look at older pictures of Anna. She's is that I exactly. Johnson said, I think Xander and Sarah may end up to call for a custody battle, and I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't blame him. Yeah, the older pictures. Overseas Anna don't age 6.7. Anna's a goddamn 5. What are we? Are you serious? I got Albert like Ron got him. Tracy says, "Oh, Albert really?" Anna's a 5 point. Yeah, she's a 5.5. Tracy, I'm being generous. Okay. I almost feel like I need another drink to sit there and try to like take that in. I'm back. Was Albert talking? Taking the L while I was going just. Just says nine more so I could give up. Oh, that's cute. Is that the story we're going to be sticking to, Jess? What dude Dory said Anna is a straight eight. I mean, seven. Cat Lady says, Abby, you think Dinah is a 10 because she is a 10. Because she is a 10. Dory says, what is Dinah's? Oh. Oh, no, she's a 10. Yeah, okay. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look what it is. Auto 20 is in the chat. Auto 20 is in the effing chat. My bad. It seems like I started something. I don't know where these people are getting their Gideon is funny as a comedian. I don't know where people are getting these scales from. Just as Albert thinks that Diane is a 7. Yeah, and you think Jocelyn is a 9. Can I remind everyone that Jess thinks that Jocelyn is a 9? A 9. She thinks. Oh, there we go. She thinks that Jocelyn is a goddamn 9. She thinks that. Baby girl, just stop. just stop. Darby, she thinks that Jocelyn is a 9. Her scale was from 7, 8, and 9. Jess said, what are you doing? No, Jess, what are you doing? We don't need to be asking, what am I doing? We need to be sent to ask them, what are you doing? What am I doing? I know exactly what I'm doing. Kelly said Jocelyn is not her person. Her personality takes a point off. Kelly said Jocelyn is a 9. I'm sorry. Kelly, did you just say that Jocelyn is a 9? Ottawa 20 said, do you know who Gideon as a I know he catches he does a lot of prep catches. I know that much. Exactly. Morally Gray is in the chat. Johnson said, did you hear that the right strike may be coming? I thought it was over. And then I found out today that it's not over. I'm gonna say this once. I am so sick and tired of this goddamn writer strike. I am so over this writer strike. I'm over it. I'm just effing over it. I just want it to be done because I'm over it. Kelly said Josh is a 9 for my younger self. My girl said that Jocelyn is a Kelly said I don't give any woman a 10 as a personal role model. Otto says I want the writer strike to be over too. Yeah, I'm so over it. Ariana says let's not on Josh. Are we doing minus? I'm sorry, Ariana. I'm still stuck on the fact that Cat Lady said that she gave her a 9. Okay. Well, I don't even know what to say to that. I'm I'm flabbergasted. Like, no, I'm not. No, no, Spike Ray. I don't. No, I don't rate high school chicks. I don't rate high school chicks. She's 15. Yep, exactly. Thank you, Mel. Brady says everyone has their own taste when it comes to looks. Clearly, but I mean, a 9. I mean, Jocelyn. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Jocelyn isn't good looking, but she's a 7.5. I don't know where the hell we're getting these nines from. Like, I feel like at this point, you know, Kathleen, I'm gonna sit there and say that you're just probably just joking around with me. DC says, "Why are we over it?" I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over hearing about it. I'm over just all of it. I'm just constantly tired of sitting there hearing about the writer strike and the writer strike and this and that and this and that. It's like I just want it to be done and over with. I'm just, hmm. I don't understand where this high ass number of this. She's a 7.5. Okay, she's above average as a 7. Okay, as a she is a no. I am not Spider Quake. Tracy says I thought it was over too. Um, she's above average. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. She's above average. I don't know where people are getting this goddamn 9 from. Ariana says, Aubrey, you're being. Johnson says, at least the soaps didn't get delayed from the strike. Exactly, and that's good. That's a blessing. We have to watch our soaps, so that is actually very true. Darby says, "This is." Oh well, Darby he gives her a 10. So yeah, that's Have a good night, DC. Yeah, I got to sit there and go too because I got to be up early in the morning, and I should already took out the trash. I hate Tuesdays. I know some people sit there and say they hate Mondays, but I hate Tuesdays. Yes. Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go. I do want to thank you for joining. Darby says I give her a 9. Okay, Darby, I can. I don't think I have enough alcohol to sit there and continue this conversation right now. Um, but I like it though. Have a good night, Auto 20. Auto 20, making a guest appearance in the chat. You are the queen of horror, Mel. You are the queen of horror. Have a good night, Cat Lady. Have a good night, Jackie P. Tracy says, Albert, you don't play, which I'm just more surprised. I'm Darby said trash, me too. Join us next time for another edition of So Chopper Drop Bostic. Thank you, Jonathan. You have a good night. Have a good night, Black Man. Black Quick said just gave Albert a huge out today. You know what? Sure. Sure. If you think that and she thinks that, then I'm cool with it. I like to think of reality, but sure, whatever. Have a good night, Duan. Have a good night, Darby. Ariana says 4 a.m. Starbucks. Yes. I can't wait to go to Starbucks. Cherry ice cream. You have a great night. Ariana, you have a great night. Thank you for joining. Valley Mel, my heart queen. You have a good night. Goddess Chess, you have a great night. Spiderquake, you have a good night. You have a great night. Blackmon, you have a good night. Jonathan, you have a good night. Cherry Ice Cream, you have a good night. Just so you don't think in reality. Hmm. We gonna we gonna we gonna continue that tomorrow. We gonna continue that tomorrow, Jess. This is where you take your 7th or 10th or I don't know how many L's I gave you, but I gave you a bunch of L's. So you be taking your next L tomorrow. So Freddie says at the end of the day, their own opinions their own opinions matter to them, everyone else. Oh yeah, no, of course. Of course. Absolutely, Freddie. You know me, I just joking around. Freddie says put a jacket on before you go outside. It's cold out there. Yeah, it's getting a little kind of brisk out there, I'm not gonna lie. I actually have to sit there and put on my hoodie just so it's the lies for me. Oh, just it makes me wonder, would you actually have that same energy if you were actually in person? That's what I would sit there wondering. If you would actually have that same energy, if you would keep that same energy if you saw me in person. Again, would you keep that same energy? Mm, no, it's brisk. It's not brisk yet. It's not brick yet. Jess is from New York. Ooh, okay. Just remember everyone, she said she would keep the same energy when she sees me again in person. So when she doesn't keep that same energy, we can all collectively give her an L. Um, remember, Jess, you said it. Anyway, have a great night, everyone. Stay safe. I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. Um, hopefully I make it through Hell Day. And yeah, laters.